Hi guys, Kelly here from Flexico Storage and Floors. This is actually my personal garage and is the first garage that I physically installed, and the only, like, apart from that straight wall which is part of the boundary line, this is the only other straight part that we've got, and that's where all the edges have to line up. So we've got curves and all sorts of stuff, but this floor has been down for about 9 years now, and I wanted to show you what's happened with the floor over the last 9 years, because life has happened. But we're going to pull it up and have a quick look underneath it, because we have been flooded out the back. I've had multiple things come through this garage apart from the cars and the bikes. I've got some of Mum's gear in here because she got sick. I've had the gym put in. I've got the gym that I've got now because I herniated a disc. So we've really made the most of this garage, and you know, considering the odd space that it is, because it's not square. So for any of you who ever talk to me about a not square garage, I've got one. But yeah, let's have a bit of a look through, and I haven't cleaned it up for you. This is purely just so you guys can see what happens after 9 years when we talk about the tiles and what they look like in, you know, 9 years time. So have a look. So one of the reasons that I chose ivory, one, it was the only colour that they physically had when I took over the business. So I thought, well, it's not a bad test. Like, what are the chances that ivory's still going to look like ivory in 9 years time, now that we're doing it? I thought that it would actually deteriorate. I thought that it would change colour. I thought I'd get tyre stains on it. But I haven't, you know, like, this car doesn't sit here all the time, but I have had a 56 Chevy that sat here for 3 years in the same spot. So yeah, and no tyre marks were left with that. Obviously we get no problems with hot tyres coming off this little one, and yeah, but it's super functional, and you know, like, it's still ivory, you know, it's still ivory, it still looks great. There is one spill that we've had back here. I think you guys can probably see that. It's, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't honestly care. I could pull it up, and we probably are going to pull it up just so you guys can actually have a bit of a look and see what's happened. But we have had some massive flooding come through the back of the garage, because we've got a drain pipe that leads down to the street, which goes under the garage and down into our driveway, which we're not going to dig that up. It cost us, you know, nearly $30,000 to do that. But we can get the drain dudes out to burrow through it, hopefully. And but other than that, the water just keeps coming through the garage. So again, we don't have to worry. We haven't got any smelly boxes. Nothing's wet on the floor considering the rain we've had. But yeah, let's have a look and see what's actually filtered through underneath this floor. It'd be really interesting. Alrighty, so let's see what's under this mark. I'm going to pull up a bit more than I probably won't need to, but the good thing about that is you guys will get to see it. So that's the spill. And that's pretty interesting, actually. Let's see where it stops. You can see how easy and quick it is to pull it up, and this one actually isn't a hooked item either. This is just a flat paint tin opener, so you can do it with that. Yeah, look, I'm not really going to be too bothered about that. Doesn't look like anything oily. I reckon it's actually some weed killer that fell over earlier in the year. Rightio, well, let's put it back and get on with life. So as this garage isn't square, like, so this bit here is where it lines up with the door, like, even this bit here is where it actually lines up with the door. So we're going to pull from this point. I'm probably going to pull up 3 rows and just see what's actually underneath the floor for you. Again, I haven't cleaned this garage now, so I haven't blown it out, but like, we have, like, look at all these trees we've got here. Like, we have so many trees, it is beyond a joke. So we get a lot of leaves in our garage, but you know, not too much at the moment because it's winter. But yeah, let's tear this up. Actually, here we go. If I turn this around just so you guys can have a look. There's not much going on underneath there. Still very ivory. And this is all part of the flooding, I suspect. Shall I sweep this and just see how much? So it's definitely all part of the flooding that's come through the garage. And this has been down 9 years, right? So you think about how much you sweep your garage in 9 years. And this is me sweeping this garage in this particular location for the first time in 9 years. That's just one little bit after 9 years. Like, I don't need to clean this floor all the time because it looks clean. And what's the point? Like, you drive the cars back in, same stuff happens again and again and again. Same with solid surfaces. That's why we don't recommend solid surfaces. They suck. You've got to clean them all the time. Alrighty, so let's see what's under this mark. I'm going to pull up a bit more than I probably won't need to, but the good thing about that is you guys will get to see it. So that's the spill. And that's pretty interesting, actually. Let's see where it stops. You can see how easy and quick it is to pull it up, and this one actually isn't a hooked item either. This is just a flat paint tin opener, so you can do it with that. Yeah, look, I'm not really going to be too bothered about that. Doesn't look like anything oily. I reckon it's actually some weed killer that fell over earlier in the year. Rightio, well, let's put it back and get on with life.